All right, welcome back to another episode of the Knup Sports Show. I'm your host, Ryan Newpol, here with you each and every time. Thanks for giving us a little bit of time out of your day. Today, as we record, it is baseball opening day. It's like Christmas. It's like New Year's Eve. It's like whatever you want to call it. I'm excited. Baseball starts today. And what other better way to celebrate than to have one of my friends in the industry and a super great guy who's doing some great things in the fantasy and in the iGaming space altogether. Adam Weinstein. Adam, thank you for joining me with Thrive Fantasy. Thanks for joining me, Adam.
Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. It's I've been wanting to have you on for quite a while, and what better day than opening day? You excited for some baseball?
Super excited. Yeah, I'm a big Yankee fan, so I'm expecting big things. This is one of our only good New York teams, so this is something that we're pumped about over here.
Awesome. Yeah, Yankees should have a pretty good year. I'm excited for my Cardinals as well. I think they're going to do all right. Now with Nolan Arenado in the lineup, that's going to be a different look for them, giving a little protection to Goldie. And I like some of the bats they have there. So we'll see if they can pitch.
Big addition. Yeah, it's
See
going to
if they
be
can pitch. It's all about the pitching.
Exactly. Fun season for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, Adam, give me a little bit of background about yourself. And before we get into Thrive a little bit, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started in this growing but crazy industry.
For sure. Yeah, so I've been in gaming or gambling for quite some time. I actually won my first poker tournament online when I was 15 years old under my brother's name. So know the space very well, know what sports bettors, know what gamers, gamblers are looking for. Westchester, New York, born and raised, went to UMass Amherst for a sport management degree about a decade ago now. Worked in sales in sports right out of college, most notably at the Yankees for a little over 3 years. That's when the two big behemoths came along with Daily Fantasy, FanDuel, and DraftKings. So I was like, with my background, this is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to make a ton of money playing on these sites. Lo and behold, that did not happen. That did not transpire. I pretty much got my behind kicked every night. So wanted to make something much easier for the casual fan. So wanted to do something around player props. I thought that was the future 5, 6, 7 years ago. I still think that it is. So essentially wanted to make daily fantasy and player props having a baby. And that's what Thrive is. It's daily fantasy sports and esports for player props. So much easier game concept. Essentially, instead of drafting a lineup like one quarterback, one running back, one wide receiver, we give a user a list of 20 over-unders, and they pick 10 out of 20 and go up against other users. So very fun, very streamlined, more of a pick up and play type of mentality. And yeah, it's going really well. People are really excited about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congrats on the success. And it's not easy to start any type of product, especially in this space. I mean, this space is very competitive and a lot of big names and big money being thrown around in this space. So to compete and even have a name in this space, I give you an applause because it's not an easy task.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's taken a long time. Even we launched about 2.5, nearly 3 years ago. So fact of the matter is a lot of them, a lot of our competitors have come up, and a year later, they're not existing anymore. So the fact that we've been able to ride the wave and are still here, I appreciate that. People are seeing that it's a tough road, but we're still kicking.
Yeah, you are. You're still kicking. And not only that, I mean, you're making noise, right? I mean, it's not just that you're here, you're making noise and you guys are growing. And I've been seeing a lot of news about you guys. So tell us a little bit about the growth that you guys have seen, maybe over the last 12 months or so. I think last time we spoke in person, you were going through this growth phase and trying to figure out how to grow. I think maybe now you have a little bit. So I'm curious to hear that trajectory and what you're seeing now.
Yeah, we did over 1.5 million in cash prizes just in NFL this year. So the fact of the matter is we're now a little over 4 million since inception in cash prizes. We're growing over 150% year over year. And our esports offerings are really exciting to us. We just partnered with Team Envy, definitely a top tier esports organization, cross promoting, cross marketing on several different facets. We just added Valorant to our esports titles. So we do Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota, Valorant. And on the traditional side, NFL, MLB, NBA, PGA, and cricket. So we're looking to add as many titles as humanly possible to give our users as big an offering as we can. And yeah, it's grown really quickly. We're actually raising our next round, and we have some pretty big names, not only as investors, but on on the athlete side, you're going to be seeing a lot of athletes coming on board here. So we're growing quickly, and we'll be making a lot of noise in the very foreseeable future.
Sure. So explain a little bit to the audience and people listening. I think people are very familiar with this concept and what's going on the traditional sports side. But you've talked a lot about the esports side, and sounds like that's one of your areas that you really want to focus on. Explain a little bit about, I guess, how that works or how your platform works in the esports realm.
For sure. So very simple. Instead of over under points or rebounds or assists in the NBA, we do over under kills, deaths, headshots, assists, and we live update every 15 to 20 seconds. So really fun secondary screen to engage with as you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or whatever medium it is. And it's exciting. Like I can't name 15 players in Counter-Strike, but if you show me a guy over under 30 and a half kills, I'll have a thought process there. And I'll know that he's getting a kill when he kills someone. But if you're telling me like over under minions in League of Legends, I'll have no idea what you're talking about. So we make a much easier props and something that you'll be able to engage with at a high level.
That's very interesting. It certainly seems like the future that, we're going to be living in here over the next 5 to 10 years. So that's pretty cool. That's an amazing concept. And yeah, it's so out of, my traditional concept of what fantasy sports are and what, how this all works. But man, I'm sure kids and the younger generations are really into that, and are that's the future of who's going to be using platforms like Thrive and things of that. So that's really cool. I'm intrigued by that space, and I really think it's going to be a growing area. We all know that, and so the fact that you guys are partnering with some of the biggest names in that is huge. So good job there as well.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly right. We know that the demo for esports is drastically different than the traditional side, but that's what we're excited about. They're young, they're affluent, and they do have a propensity to gamble. Obviously, we KYC, so we're not having anybody under 18 on the site. But what we've seen with our testing and understanding of esports props is it's really fun and really engaging. People are coming back daily, spending money. So this is just the first inning. If we're talking opening day, so this is just the first inning of what this can be in the very near future.
Well, let's circle back then. Let's circle back, talk baseball a little bit. So what are you guys doing around baseball? What, I know everybody's excited about baseball right now. So people listening, what can they play? What can they do? What kind of prizes can they win? Tell them how to get out there and play some Thrive baseball.
Yeah, without a doubt. Opening day is now starting in about a little over 2 hours. We have a $20 entry, 10K guarantee. So a pretty big contest. What's nice is it's just over under hits, bases, RBIs, runs. So really fun there. We also have a prop lobby, which is user versus house, which essentially is a prop parlay and you can mix it between MLB and NBA right now. We're actually releasing our PGA prop lobby for the Masters next week, over under strokes, birdies, pars. So just really cool opportunities there. And we have the best payout in the industry. It's better than our two competitors that I won't aforemention, but we're doing what's best for the user. So two avenues of playing on Thrive. It's the user versus user aspect and also the user versus house. So whatever you want to do, i.e. on the player prop side, we have an offering for you.
That's awesome. So, I don't want to get into any, talking about the other companies and all of that, but one of the questions, when you mentioned that, one of the questions that popped to mind, besides, some of the best payouts in the industry, what does set you guys apart? Why are you better than some of the others? Without naming others, I don't need to get into that, but why are you better? Why should people play with you? I want to understand what you consider your, unique selling point that you guys do.
Yeah, I think we have the best UX for sure, best user experience. Our app is, in my opinion, the slickest, the easiest to understand. And then again, the two competitors that we are seeing a lot in the news, one of them, Monkey Knife Fight, who just got bought by Bally's, they're strictly user versus house.
Sure.
So we have that opportunity for users. And again, we have better prize payouts than they do. But we also do the user versus user aspect.
Yeah.
So that's not something that they offer. So if you want to go up against the house, great. We'd love to have you. But if you feel more comfortable and don't feel like you need to be perfect. So again, we challenge users to pick 10 out of 20. And we're seeing users who get 6 out of 10 or even 7 out of 10 right, cashing. You do not have to get them all correct by any means. If you get 10 out of 10, you're going to win our contests every day. But if you get 7 out of 10 right, you have a very high chance of getting your money back plus. So it's a really easy thought. You do not have to be perfect. You can take some risks and still end up being profitable.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. So, being the young entrepreneur that you are, definitely younger than me, but the young entrepreneur that you are, I'm assuming this hasn't been easy. This is a long road, and I always like to talk a little more on the business side and just, the road that you've taken to get here. What are some of the biggest challenges that you've run into? Really have nothing to do with age. I don't know why I said young in there, just because I'm impressed at how young you are and how much you're, operating this at a high level. But what are some of the challenges that you've experienced from a business side, or maybe are experiencing now, that possibly somebody listening to this could either help you with or assist with or give some guidance on?
Yeah, it's several-fold. As the CEO and sole founder, I'm constantly battling between fundraising, running a company, helping my employees optimize, helping the product optimize. So having your hands, I feel like an octopus with eight tentacles going around and constantly battling between where my time needs to be focused on. But it's just a constant battle, right? If you haven't done this before, this is my first time as an entrepreneur running a company. You're constantly learning, constantly evolving, and seeing what works for you and what doesn't. So many different things are happening at one time. I would say clearly the number one biggest obstacle in this is probably across the board for several founders is fundraising.
Yeah.
It's very tedious, very time consuming, and for the most part, unless you're running a very unique value prop, you're going to be getting a whole ton of no's along the way with very few yeses. So keeping your mindset positive, keeping your head on a swivel, and not taking that rejection personally is very important. But also understanding that not everybody's going to understand what you're looking to accomplish and the vision. So the lights will stay as long as you can keep the lights on the next day. Be excited about what you're looking to build. But in terms of what people can help us with, download the app, play, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. And we're always here to listen. I believe our customer support is top notch. We're getting back to you within literally 30 minutes every time you email us. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I think the quote I'm going to take out of this is, I feel like an octopus. No, I mean, you're so right. You're so right. And, many times in business, when you're trying to run, you just feel like you need 1,000 arms reaching out, doing all sorts of things. So that was such a great analogy there that I can relate in many ways. Running any type of business, you're going to feel that way sometimes, but navigating through that's half the fun as well. That's half the, we're all competitive people, right? If we're in the sports business, we're competitive. And so the challenges and competitiveness of running a business is I think what drives a lot of us. And I'm sure you as well.
Yeah. I always look back at like where we were 12 months ago, and it's just like completely night and day.
Yeah.
Like we have a team of 9 right now. We had a team of 3 12 months ago. We're going to have a team of 15 to 20 in the next 6 months. So it's like, wow, like what we've been able to accomplish with the resources we've had is just so unbelievable. And it's just so early on still. So we're really excited about what we can accomplish.
So what's coming? What's coming? Anything juicy you can share? Or, I mean, even if it's not juicy, any, what's coming for you guys? Are you guys just continuing to build out the product and continuing to kind of solidify what you guys have going? Or do you have some big things on the horizon?
Yeah, we do have some massive partnerships that we'll be hopefully announcing in Q2. We have some new titles that we're looking to bring on the esports side. Hopefully, one of our potential partners will be releasing their data feeds, and then we'll be one of the official esports platforms for this big publisher in the next couple of months. But again, on the investor side, we have some really big names that people are going to be excited about who are investing in us. And we're going to be doing unique experiences along with them. They're not only athletes, but they're also big Twitch streamers. So we're going to be cross promoting it and doing some really cool things on Twitch to show off what Thrive is and how you can engage with us. So
Really
stay tuned for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, cool. Well, I know you're a busy guy. I know you got lots to do today. So explain a little bit before we go, explain a little bit about, I know you mentioned go download the app and all of that, but where can they find more about Thrive? How can they get the app? What platforms? Give us that little spiel. Where can the people sign up?
We're on Thrive Fantasy, one word, on iOS and Android, and then thrivefantasy.com right on the web.
Yep.
We have some great deposit matches for any new user. We'll deposit match up to $50. No promo code needed. So
Awesome.
Definitely come check us out. It's exciting. We do have some free rolls every day, specifically for opening day. So if you want to get your feet wet without depositing, definitely download the app and just see what you like on the app and go from there.
Awesome. Any last words, Adam, before I let you go? Any last words for the listeners? Maybe somebody out there struggling or some, I don't know, any last words, anything we didn't touch on that you want to talk about?
Yeah, just obviously this is very tiring and troublesome times for a lot of people, but we're getting to that hopefully end of this insane year and a half plus. Yes. So keep your head up. There's going to be sunshine on the other side of this. So hopefully we're moving past this, and this is going to be something that we never forget. But we're going to be becoming a stronger country as a whole for sure.
Very well said. Very well said. This is Adam Weinstein of Thrive Fantasy. Adam, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Go Cardinals and go Yankees a little bit. I guess I can say that they're not in the NL, so I'll cheer a little bit for you.
Maybe we'll see each other in October.
There we go. That's what we can plan for. So Adam, thanks again for being here.
Appreciate it. Anytime.
All right, everybody. Thank you. That was Adam Weinstein of Thrive Fantasy, one of the good guys in the industry doing some amazing things. Go out, download the app, check out what they're doing. This may not be out by opening day when it starts, but I'm sure they're going to have contests all through MLB and all through, as you heard, other sports going on, esports, whatever you guys want to do. Go out, check it out, and let's connect out there. So thank you guys all for listening. Stay safe. Until next time, have a great day. Have a good one.